Hi, welcome to week 6. Okay, you know how before I said get excited, you are at the halfway point? It's easy to do in week 5, but in fact, now you've completed 5 weeks. You really are past the halfway point as we're into week 6. So now it is time to get excited. Congratulations. Don't let up. You're all doing great. Tonight will probably be about 5 minutes because you've got work to do, and I don't want to keep you from that. So let me bring the slideshow up real quickly. Um, this week, creating value through global business strategy, focus on country. I just want to really review a couple things. So I do know that you're anxiously waiting the comments and the grades for week 5. I'm going to try and get through those as quickly as I can, particularly since um, some of what those comments are certainly applicable to this week, and I want you to be able to incorporate that. So trust me, I'm working through it, and I'll get those to you on a quick turnaround basis. So the learning objectives, you can see those. I don't need to read those to you. This is where you are really applying what you've learned about strategy. Okay, now we're looking from a globalization perspective. What are the different competitive environments? Use the tools and techniques that you've learned throughout this course, but actually throughout your entire MBA program. Okay, a couple words on week 6. See, I'm running through this. I can't tell you enough. I'm not just talking about this class, but weeks 5, 6, and 7 will have cases where groups will forget to read the instructions, and I suggest that you actually read the instructions as you start the week, read them in the middle of the week, and you review them before the end, before you turn in your paper, to make sure you've gotten everything across. Some of you on individual papers already know that I've had to make comments, and grades have reflected it when you haven't necessarily incorporated or answered everything that's been included in the instructions. This is also a time to take lessons learned from your week 5 experiences and adjust your roles and responsibilities. If you have one person who is clearly a superior writer, you probably want them being what I call the last person on the keyboard, the one that's incorporating all parts of the paper and making it really look like it's been one author. If you have a strong researcher, encourage that person to do research maybe for broader areas. If you have one person who really understands APA format, use those skills. If you have someone with the strong organizational skills, maybe you want them to coordinate the meetings, take notes, and get those activities out. This is also a chance to have a different role than you've had in the previous group weeks. So it's just something to think about. The timeline right now, from my perspective, seems like it's been met by all groups. Papers have been turned in. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but the timelines seem to be working for. What am I looking for in the paper? More research. I will tell you that. So again, I want to go down to the bottom. You are presenting to a C-level suite executive at a Fortune 500 company. How would you prepare for that? What would that presentation look like? What would your supporting materials look like? What charts and graphs would you have for that? This has to be well researched. Yes, I also want your critical analysis, but it should be supported by research. Good writing does count. And remember, for this week 6, you're really looking at a determination of the market, including size and growth projections through 2020. So you may even see some nuances in there on, 2018 could be the following year, but then they could recover by 2019, and 2020 could be a banner year. You can take a look at that however you want. My hope, however, is you've got sound analysis to project that and to make a compelling case. Again, based on research. So you see my last bullet? The very first week, if you check the announcements section, you'll see an announcement on sources for business research. That has a number of potential sources that you could apply. Those sources have excellent graphics. They have country studies, they have industry studies. Take a look. I'm just saying it's a starting point, but it's incredibly important that this is a well-researched, well-thought-through paper. Yeah, that's all I've got here. Let's end that slideshow. Okay, I'm back. Let's get to work. The other thing is, if you are having issues, you're having challenges, you have questions, you know I'm online. I'm getting back to you as quickly as I can. You've also got my phone number. Don't hesitate. You can call me. We'll get through this. This is the fun part of the course, if you ask me. So weeks 5, 6, and 7, you're jamming. You're doing great. Keep going. I'll see you online, and let's hit a home run. Have a great week.